Hey, so this is my attempt at doing day 2 of Vlogmas. It's actually really night 2 of Vlogmas. Yeah, I didn't do much today. Still sick. Just kind of slept in, laid in bed all day, got up this afternoon to feed the cats, and then I haven't really done much other than just kind of watch TV and eat and be on the internet some. So I tried to film a little bit. It's not much, just like basically just something I fixed, some like my little chicken quesadilla I made, and then I think I have some footage of the cats, so I'll insert that here.
Chicken quesadilla before I air fry it with sour cream and Italian and Mexican cheese and grilled chicken and Taco Bell sauce. And after being air fried with a side of salsa. I've got 2 kitty kitties chilling with me, Roscoe and Dominoes. Hi kitties. I don't know where Sir Kitty or Tukey are right now. Probably hanging out in another room. Look who I have with me now. It's the little Tukey kitty. Yes, that's a good girl. My little baby girl. Yes, you are. That's my little boo-boo kitty. Yes, that's a sweet girl. Okay. Y'all, it's been like maybe an hour since that last clip, but I just realized Tukey's about to turn 12 in just a few days. I can't believe it. You're almost 12, boo-boo. Oh my goodness. And I think I have a video, like one of my earliest videos on this channel is when I got you. And you were only just a few months old then. I think you were probably maybe like 4 or 5 months old when we got you. Wow. Wow. But you're still my little baby girl. You're still my little baby girl. You'll always be my little baby girl, boo-boo. Yeah.
So as you can hear, I'm still sick. And last night after I filmed and posted that video, I had a scare. So I noticed that I couldn't taste my food, which I'd made my rice that I love with garlic butter, sriracha, and wasabi and the Slapia Mama seasoning. Well, I noticed like I wasn't able to taste that anymore, and I mean, if you can't taste sriracha and wasabi, then you know it's not a good sign. And I couldn't smell anything, except I will say I had this set that I got from Five Below like a couple of years ago for Christmas, and I guess it's supposed to be like a knockoff of Ariana Grande, one of her perfumes, although I seriously doubt that it was an actual knockoff, because like I can't imagine her having a perfume that smells like this. But it's the Adriana Broken Love perfume set. I know it's Five Below, but me and my dad have this thing around Christmas time. We get the scents from Five Below, and he likes the men's stuff, and the men's scents tend to be a lot better than the women's scents. But anyway, all that to say, like, I do like the scent. It smells a lot like incense. Like, if you ever go into a store that has like a whole section of incense, like that's what this reminds me of, like all the incense together. That's kind of the smell. But anyway, I sprayed this because this is one of my stronger perfumes. Surprisingly, Five Below strong perfume. I know it doesn't make sense, but it is. And I could very, very, very faintly smell it. Gosh, what is my camera? Okay, I'm looking at my viewfinder, and it looks like it, like, regardless of how I was holding the camera, like, it wasn't moving. But anyway, whatever. But, I could very faintly smell it, but I couldn't smell anything else. I couldn't smell even the wet cat food that I feed the cats, and I mean, that's a pretty potent smell right there. So I was like, oh, it's like I think I have COVID. And my dad was awake, so I told him. And then, yeah, so I had that whole scare. I took ivermectin because I'm in that whole camp where I believe ivermectin will help. Can I even say that on here? Like, I know TikTok, they're very, like, paranoid about using that word over whatever, I don't care. But anyway, yeah, so we were very big on taking ivermectin during the big realm of when COVID was going on. And I will say, I got COVID during the time, like, I thought it was safe. Like, I thought we were out of the woods for COVID, and that was like a couple of years ago. That was like 3 years ago now. It was 2023 when I got it. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it was late in the year, and like we'd take like a dose of, about to say a dose of COVID. We'd take like a dose of ivermectin once a month, because that's typically like when my dad used to give ivermectin to his, to Sassy, and like when he had dogs before my time, because he used ivermectin instead of like the heartworm pills or whatever. The vets always said ivermectin, same thing. So my dad would always dose Sassy, usually once a month at the beginning of the month, with ivermectin. And then, of course, the COVID thing happened, and we got ivermectin, and we would take it like we would give to Sassy once a month at the beginning of the month. And so that whole time, didn't get COVID. And then finally, like, probably late summer of that year, 2022, we stopped taking it because we were like, oh, there's no worry anymore. And then I ended up getting it. So, and I haven't really taken ivermectin much. Like, I'll take it every now and then just in case, or like for whatever reason, since there's so many things that ivermectin is supposed to be good for. And this has become all about ivermectin, but whatever. So yeah, so I took a dose. Like, okay, so on the topic, of course, a few days ago, I made the mistake. I guess it's not really a mistake. I don't know why I said mistake, but anyway, I looked on TikTok for like treatment for sinus infections, because I've seen stuff come up in the past, and I was like, oh, TikTok, seriously, like, YouTube and TikTok are just a good way to like search basic things, like subjects that you want to learn more about, obviously. But TikTok, you know, fast paced, quick, so I figured I'd look that up, and you get like the obvious stuff, and then you get some different stuff. But anyway, that put it into my algorithm. Like, the next time I got on, I started seeing videos about people talking about how they have there's this virus going around, or a strain of virus, and some people are saying it's like COVID. I know some people are still getting COVID, which is why I was scared that I had it last night, obviously. But I don't, it's like some kind of androgen virus, I don't know. But it's supposedly like a sinus infection, but people who have had it say that it lasts for about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, oh great. So that's been a concern. So I was like, well, if, like, when that started appearing on my feed, I was like, well, let me just take ivermectin just in case. And then last night when I thought I had the Rona, I was like, let me take it just in case again, just to be like extra. And I'll probably take some tonight just to be extra. But anyway, I guess this morning, before my dad's friend who lives with us, before he went to work, oh gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied and congested. I guess my dad had said something to him before he went to work, and when he got back from work, he came home with a COVID test. But he handed it to me, and I was like looking at the box, and I noticed that it had an expiration date, and the expiration date was like 5 or 6 days ago. And you know, the man spent money on it. I didn't want to waste his money, so I I told him, like, hey, I pointed out that expiration date, so I hope he takes it back and gets his money back. But again, I didn't want to waste his money, because if it had an expiration date, usually I don't care about expiration dates, but when you buy something brand new like that, and when it comes to health and all that, I'm like, I don't want to play around with it. Like, there's no sense. And again, I'm big on, like, not wasting the money. And plus, I noticed, like, when I started getting up and moving around for the day, I could kind of smell again, and I could kind of taste again. As the day has gone on, I've regained a lot more of my smell and taste. It's not fully back, but it's enough back. So I think I'm clear for COVID. We still got some really old COVID tests. I might take them just for the heck of it. But I don't think I've got it. At least I hope I don't got it. But I mean, like, again, my smell and taste have kind of come back. So that's got to be something. I think I was just so, like, the congestion just really hit me hard last night. I think that's what happened. Yeah. So, I hope the stuff goes away or clears up soon enough. And more importantly, I hope I'm not contagious, and I haven't been contagious. Oh my goodness. But I assume that it's a sinus infection, because for the most part, the weather has been kind of up and down lately with temperatures. Like, yesterday it was really cold, and then today my dad said that it was like 26 or something, or at some point during the day, and like my phone right now says that it's 28 degrees. So yeah, I usually get sick, like, I'll get really sick one time a year. Like, that's like my big hurrah, is one time a year, and it's typically mid-December to right before Christmas, somewhere in that time frame of that portion of the month. I typically get a really bad sinus infection like this, or like it'll be a really bad cold that turns into bronchitis. So, and my dad was the same way too. He used to get it really bad until he actually had his thyroid cancer, when they removed his thyroid and got rid of all that. And remarkably, it helped get rid of a lot of his illnesses that he would have big time. Yeah. So I guess it's time for me to be sick. I haven't really been that, well, I take that back. I was going to say I haven't really been that sick since COVID, and before that, before getting sick with COVID, I hadn't been really sick in years, like 4 or 5 years, and at that point, I think since before COVID, like maybe a year or two before COVID, I don't know. So it's time for me to be sick. It's not a big surprise, and yeah, typically I'm sick for a week, and then after that it just fizzles out. So hopefully by the end of this week I'll be a lot better and over the bulk of this. Hopefully. Or it could be because of work, because I started getting sick. Like, all this started last week, and I worked a long work week for this job I have now. It was a long work week, so I worked more days than I normally had, and yeah, so right before Thanksgiving all this started happening. So could have been something I picked up at work, I don't know, or hopefully it's just a sinus infection. Yeah, so that's me rambling about being sick. Woo. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try drinking another cup of hot chocolate again tonight. Maybe like breaking some of this congestion up some more and helping my throat. Like, my throat doesn't really hurt that bad, which it never, like, it all started with me having kind of like a sore, scratchy throat, and I thought it was because the air at work is so dry, because it is dry, and all the dust and everything. Even though it's a new store, a lot of the inventory comes in from warehouses, and the warehouses, like, there's dust and everything that's collected on the stuff, so a lot of that stuff will come in dusty. So I figured maybe it was dust, because I was dealing with a lot of stuff that had dust, which it could have been, and it just irritated. But anyway, so yeah, like my throat feels okay. I get into these little coughing fits, but it's only because something like irritates my, like if I eat something and it might irritate my throat, and then I get into a coughing fit over that. That's what was happening to me at work yesterday and the day before. Like, it felt like I was breathing in dust and lint, and so it would set off these coughing attacks where I just felt like I was gagging and choking because something was just like aggravating my throat, and it wouldn't like give up, and it just, oh, it was awful when I get into those little coughing fits. And that's kind of today how it is, and tonight how it's been. Otherwise, I haven't really been coughing that much, and right now I sound congested more than I feel congested. I mean, I feel a little bit congested, and at moments I get really congested, but in general, like, my congestion isn't that bad. But I figure drinking the hot chocolate will help more with breaking up whatever else, and just helping, hopefully helping everything. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Enough. I know I'm already tired of hearing myself talking about being sick. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll be consistent with this Vlogmas thing, and tomorrow there'll be a little more interesting video. Like, I have some stuff I want to, like, show and talk about and whatnot, but I don't really feel like it. Like, what I was going to say a moment ago, too, like, I feel, like, really foggy, like, brain foggy, so I definitely wouldn't want to be driving with the way I feel. Like, it's more, like, it's worse than being drunk, like, so, you know, definitely don't want to drive anywhere in this condition, but I am going to need to go grocery shopping within the next couple of days. Probably not tomorrow, but maybe the next day I'll feel well enough to get out and go grocery shopping, so, hopefully. And I really want to go to work and shop, because this week we have our double discount. So, I'm going to be bummed if I don't feel well enough to go and do some shopping, because I could do quite a bit of Christmas shopping at work. Like, there's plenty of things I know I want to get, and hopefully they're still there if they haven't sold already. Yeah, so. Until tomorrow, hopefully, I'll check back in then, and we can continue this Vlogmas. And maybe it'll be more exciting. I don't know. Anyways, till next time.